Hello, everyone. Happy Leo season. Happy August. This is Yolanda. First of all, I want to welcome anyone who is new to the community. I am extremely thankful for how much our community is growing, and what it highlights for me is just how willing we all are to show up in support of each other. Recently on Reiki Radio, I had a guest named Nicholas Pearson, and he and I spoke about Reiki and his new book, more specifically, Foundations of Reiki Rojo. Actually, it's not that new, but it's a great book. And one of the things that struck me is that I'm glad this is a space where all lineages are welcome. So no matter your Reiki lineage, no matter what you practice, even if you are just seeking and haven't taken any classes in particular, I'm very thankful that you are called to this space and feel welcome. So I wanted to take time to welcome you all personally. So anyway, that aside, it feels really good to be in this new energy, this Leo energy. And as you know, we look at how the energies of the different signs really support us month to month. And hopefully you have downloaded Creating with the Moon and Stars so you can get more detail about the energy of each month as we go, plus some additional information as well. But we recently came out of Cancer season. And what was so interesting about last month, not only is Cancerian energy really an opportunity for nurturing and really to go in deep into that intuitive mind space to give ourselves opportunity to acknowledge what is going on with us emotionally, even in the realms of the subconscious mind. And again, it's to support us in healing and transformation for our forward movement. It's that mothering energy, giving us an opportunity to mother ourselves. So in that month, July, we also had 2 eclipses and we had Mercury in retrograde for most of the month. So it was a lot of revisiting and revising, reconsideration, everything, going back, taking a look at things. A lot of us had things from the past resurface, whether it was emotions, people, ideas. But it was all, again, giving us an opportunity to consider what needed to be healed or transformed or dealt with to support us in our forward movement. And with that, a lot of people felt a little off last month. And, it's common, it's part of our healing process. But as long as we understand the purpose and how it is supporting us, it tends to make it a bit easier and helps us to step out of resisting what is supporting our growth. So we are now moving out of, or have moved out of, Cancerian energy and into the energy of Leo. Now, Leo is where we're being asked to come deep into that heart space and consider our expression. So look at how that Cancerian energy really supported us in this. One of the best ways to move into your authenticity, to really feel confident in who you are, your personal expression, what matters to you, how you want to be seen. It is supported by healing first, healing those old stories, healing the old emotions, all of those things that take us out of true recognition of who and what we are. We often come so far out of alignment, and that's where a lot of us get into that questioning of like, what is life about? Who am I? What is my purpose? Because we start to pay attention to that inner knowing, that inner calling of there's something more beyond what I've just been doing in this space of programming and maybe wanting to appease others, or of what I've been told I should do, could do, am supposed to do. Things start to change. We start to change. So again, that Cancerian energy provided a lot of opportunity for us to highlight what exactly we are holding on to emotionally and energetically, bringing us into this space of more clarity. Again, Mercury was in retrograde, a lot of introspection. So now hopefully you are feeling this energy of feeling more clear, more inspired to be connected to what feels resonant and true for you. Hello, Leo. So Leo is ruled by the sun, whereas Cancerian energy, or the sign of Cancer, is ruled by the moon. So again, you can see that contrast of we go in with that lunar energy and then express out with the solar energy. And here we are. So one thing to really observe this month is what you feel called to do. What makes you feel more aligned with yourself? What makes you feel more in your authenticity? What makes you feel proud? And what makes you feel radiant? Now, one of the things that really supports us in this, in the month of August, is something that many of you have probably heard of over the years, but there's often a lot of confusion about it. There is an event called Lions Gate. It's the Lions Gate portal on August the 8th. So it's 8-8. Make a note of it. Now, I want to talk just a little bit about this so that you have some understanding, because I'm sure you'll see a lot of postings about it, especially as we approach this. So, first of all, I guess I should acknowledge that in our culture, I'm sure many of you have heard the term dog days of summer. Well, where that terminology comes from, dog days of summer, is the dog star, which is Sirius. Now, Sirius is the brightest star, and it is part of a constellation called Canis Major, which is like dog, but because it is the brightest star in that constellation, it is called the dog star in of itself. And that's where we get dog days of summer, because this time of year, Sirius is more visible to us. So back in ancient times, if we go back to the times in ancient Egypt, the appearance of Sirius in the time period that it is more visible was very important to them culturally for a lot of different reasons. But one of the reasons was it was a time where the Nile would start to rise and it would flood. So it was a time where they knew that they were going to have water, which of course would help with their vegetation and all of these things. So it was a very important time, not to mention their beliefs and cultural connection to the energy of Orion and Sirius and so on. So anyway, at this time, it is thought that the star Sirius, there is a portal that activates at this time, and the peak of it is on the 8th of August. And the way the story goes is that there are two royal Syrian lions that guard the portal, and they are the lions of yesterday and tomorrow, so the past and the future. So this portal opening gives us an opportunity to ascend, to transform, to move beyond. But here's the key. You want to be in a space of presence to really, I guess you could say, align with the activation of this energy. So a lot of people talk about this, and I'm sure if you think about it, you hear about the different energies of all kinds of planetary bodies and movement of the planets, all of these things, and how they impact us because we are not separate from the universe. We're connected to all things. So again, at this time, it's thought that when this Lions Gate portal opens, that we have this opportunity to receive this blessing of higher frequencies that bring us into deeper alignment of heart-centeredness. Now, again, remember Leo, the constellation and the sign of Leo, is very focused on heart-centeredness and expression. So this energy gives us an opportunity to not just go deeper into alignment, and some believe that it's an opportunity to have these like light code activations happen within our field and in our system to help us move beyond old programming, old ideas, old limitations and restriction, And again, bring us deeper into heart alignment, heart centeredness, so that we can come into fuller expression of our true nature. Now, how beautiful is that? So, as you also know, with all of this work, a lot of what we do is based on our ability to pause and connect with ourselves, usually through something like meditation. And we talk about doing this during the new and full moons, but you may want to do it during this time as well. And if you do, having the intention of coming deeper into alignment with your heart centeredness, coming deeper into alignment with your true nature, and having consideration of your personal expression and how you are this amazing creator and how you can create from your heart space rather than fear, doubt, worry, all of those other things. So again, the Lionsgate portal, that is on August the 8th. If you do a meditation or connect with that, be sure to let me know. If you're part of the Patreon group, don't worry, I will have a guided meditation for you for this event specifically. So outside of that and this opportunity to harmonize our heart, we have the next event on August 11th. Now, on August 11th, Mercury, the planet of communication, moves into Leo, as well as the planet Jupiter goes direct. It was retrograde for a while, which felt more maybe constrictive, and now that planet of expansion is going to go back direct. So we should overall just feel a little more expansive this month. For more details, go to Creating with the Moon and Stars. And then we also have planet Uranus going retrograde. So this may also bring us into the space with this whole month highlighted on us and our expression. With Uranus in retrograde, it could bring us even deeper into almost like this feeling, internal feeling of maybe even rebellion, a slight irritation, if we feel like we are not being true to our way, if we are not being true to our being, who and what we are. We may feel this internal stirring to really make some significant change, not just with ourselves, maybe out in the world. One thing you want to recognize with this is whatever starts to stir internally, be mindful of how you express or the action you take to support that. So it can be really great to be, we can be empowered by this surge of like, yes, I want to get things done. But you want to make sure that you're doing it in a way that is supportive and not necessarily just rebellious and messy, right? Use that surge to be you, to help, to support, whatever it may be. Direct that energy, your life force, in a way that will truly be impactful. So have some consideration before just acting out, not spontaneously, but I don't know. My mind just went blank. It's okay. You know what I mean? So after this, we have the full moon in Aquarius on August the 15th. Now, whenever we have a full moon, the sun is in the opposite sign. So we have the sun still in Leo, which is like our expression, our light, and how we shine. Then we have the moon in Aquarius, which will bring us into consideration of, but how can our shine support the collective? Now see the beautiful dance between these two energies, acknowledging your heart-centeredness, your authenticity, but also considering how this light that is you can support others. Now, during the full moon, a lot of people do ritual. You may also look at what's coming to completion, cycles of something being full. I often like to say the full moon highlights for us what we are full of. It could be our ideas, our emotions, our intention, whatever it may be. It's a great time to come into a space of self-observation. And again, considering your expression and how it can support the collective. And also with both of these energies, Leo and Aquarius, you will also want to consider, your uniqueness, your unique shine, right? But also you may at this time have some feelings of, am I feeling valued and appreciated for who I am as well as for what I share? So if these things are coming up for you, take some time to really consider it. What is your perspective? What is your point of view around feeling appreciated for being who you are, as well as being appreciated for what you may share in support of others? This is a good time to have those considerations because they impact and influence how we move and what we do and what we may prevent ourselves from doing. Now, after this, we have that Virgo energy coming in. Now, we talked about how the Cancerian energy really held space for our healing, our self-healing in deep ways. And then we moved into Leo, which was like, okay, now let's move into that heart space and into your true nature, your true expression. Now, Virgo is going to come in and say, well, is there anything we need to modify? And how can I use my expression, my energy, my presence in a way that is purposeful? How can I be of service or help support in a way that is purposeful? So you see, it's such a beautiful sequencing the different signs and these energies, and how there's like a building up of going through these cycles that support us in our personal evolution and growth. So the sun will move into Virgo on August the 23rd. And again, this is a good time to consider those things. What makes you feel more purposeful? And are there any possible modifications that need to be made, either in thought, in action, what you're doing in life? What is that? What comes up for you around this? So you can go deeper into this and start setting some new intention of how you are going to direct your life force energy, how you are going to use your divine expression during the new moon in Virgo on August 30th. So it's a great time to plant those seeds for yourself, make some new goals, some new plans, some new ideas of what do I want to do moving forward that will support this alignment of being in my heart-centeredness, and how can it be purposeful or impactful. Now, one thing that's coming up to say is this isn't always something big, It may be what you're sharing with the world, what you do day to day in your work life. It could be how you support children. It could be how you support friends. It could be anything. There's nothing too big or small. It's all about overall how we are showing up, what we are doing with this gift of life. Okay, so that is it for our August energy. I think the highlight for the month, the key word, if you want one, is expression. How are you expressing? And is it coming from a space of heart-centeredness? And if not, what modifications need to be made? So, of course, I want to say happy birthday to all of our Leos out there. Happy birthday at the end of the month to all of our Virgos. We'll talk more about your energy next month. And I want to remind all of you, I'm currently teaching Intuitive Mastery, and if you want to join us, and even if you've missed some classes, you can access the recordings, but become a patron. So if you want to activate your membership as a Reiki Radio Insider, you can come to the Intuitive Mastery classes. There are 12 modules in this class, and as of August 6th, we will be in week number 4. But again, you can watch the recordings and classes that you've missed. One thing I wanted to share with you all about this, and I didn't realize that it wasn't something that was commonly known, which is why I love sharing, because we learn and grow and exchange. So people who are currently in the class, they have said they're surprised by it was even described as a power wash. Like they didn't realize that intuitive development included so much energy work and cleansing of the self and working on one's energy. So I just want to let all of you know, absolutely, that is like the foundation of intuitive development. Not only is it self-connection, but it's becoming a clearer channel, a clearer conduit, which includes some energy work and also learning how to manage your own energetic space. These are all components of working with the intuitive mind in a very purposeful and clear way. So I just say that to say, if you are someone interested in joining the class, it will be no surprise to you that there is a lot of energy work included in this process. And if you are someone who wants to work with me one-on-one throughout the class, then activate your membership as part of the Alchemy Circle, because members of the Alchemy Circle have 3 one-to-one sessions with me throughout the process. And again, don't worry, if you're catching up, it's fine. I also want to remind everyone about the medical Reiki training coming up in October with Raven Keys here in San Diego. I'm very thankful that she has agreed to come to Southern California to teach and certify us in this class. One thing I want to say about that is it is very exciting to me to see all of the ways that Reiki is being integrated into more traditional healthcare and how it is becoming more and more accepted as complementary to more Western medicines and techniques. So if you look on my Facebook page, or I'm sure you've probably seen postings out there, there are a lot of people now sharing their work that they're doing with Reiki in hospital environments, in hospice care environments. I saw, and I posted in the Seeker Circle, someone working in a oncology ward with children who have cancer, and they are the 2 women who are doing it were both graduates of Raven Keys medical Reiki training. But if you are someone who is a Reiki master of any lineage and you just want to further your education, because truly we all really don't know where this is going, but it's very inspiring to see the way the ball is moving right now. And so this type of training really helps us to be ready for these changes that are being implemented, and that there will be many of us that have the ability to hold space in those hospital type environments, should we be called to do such a thing, or if you personally feel called to do that. So if you want to join us for Raven Keys Medical Reiki, you can go to my website, theenergeticalchemist.com, and on the homepage you'll see a button that says Medical Reiki Training. Click on that and you'll get all the information for registration, as well as where to book your accommodations if you are coming from out of town. So I hope to see some of you there. I know several of you who listen to the podcast are coming, and I'm very excited to meet you and interact with you in person. Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to that. But another thing, I would love to hear how all of you are feeling in this new energy. What was it like for you in July? Did you have any aha moments? Was there any significant area of healing that came up for you last month? And how are you feeling now in this Leo energy? Are you feeling a different surge? Are you feeling more clear? Are you feeling a new sense of direction or purpose? I would love to know. So always feel free to email me or contact me on social media. You can follow me on Instagram at Reiki Radio. You can follow me on Facebook at T Reiki. That's TEA Reiki. And again, you can join us in the Seeker Circle, which is a free community on Facebook. Or if you want to work with me and participate in Intuitive Mastery, activate your membership as a Reiki Radio Insider or a member of the Alchemy Circle through Patreon. All of this information is available on my website. So I look forward to connecting with all of you. Again, welcome to new members, and I will see you all next month.